Time is money, or is it? So let's examine that statement a little bit. Time is money. So if we were to kind of take it to its logical conclusion, we could say that any time not spent producing money is a waste of time if money is the highest value. Because any time not spent making money is essentially a waste of money. It's essentially income that you could have produced but you did not. And so it's a very, well, you could argue, first of all, it's a fairly Western modern construct that back in the other eras, maybe where it was more agrarian or hunter gatherer, time is money maybe had a bit more of a limited application. So let's say during the winter, if you're a farmer and there was really nothing to do, I don't think time really equaled money. It was just like time was just waiting until you could make money again, maybe. But I don't think it really was money necessarily. Now, maybe there were ways you could make money during the winter in some of those systems, but say there really wasn't much of anything you could do to make money. I don't think time was really money in that case, in that scenario anymore. I think the better frame is to think of money is time. Now, money doesn't, there's limitations to that statement, but you can use money to buy time. So in Buy Back Your Time by Dan Martell, he outlines a whole system for figuring out how to trade your money for time. And as various people point out, like really rich people know or have some grasp potentially that they can make more money, but what they can't do is get more time. Now, yes, you can try to be as healthy as possible, but essentially, time is much more finite than money. So, in theory, you could expand your rate of income indefinitely, but you cannot expand the amount of time that you have indefinitely. Now, there are ways in which you can optimize, improve to get more out of your time. In fact, I believe God can even divinely improve things in your life to allow you to experience life as having more time. So there's some sense in which you can have more time. But in the sense of like, can you live beyond 100 years old? Most of us, whether it's Bill Gates or myself, we're going to be, or someone homeless on the street, we're going to be gone before, soon, at least soon after 100, right? Like most of us are not living far beyond 100. And so, I think time is money is it's not that there's no truth to it. I just kind of react to it. I think I don't love that perspective on life, that any time not spent making money is like costing me, and it's potentially a waste. But I think if it's a waste, if any time not spent making money is a waste, that means that money apparently is your highest priority. And so, or your only priority. However, if other things are also your priority, then that can be different. I was reading a book on time, and she brought up this idea that I think in our modern world it's easy to think of rest as it's only basically its main purpose is just to rejuvenate us so we can go back to being productive. And that may be somewhat of a modern Western construct, which essentially assumes that, well, this is kind of where my thoughts come in here, but essentially that assumes that productivity is your purpose. And that may not be true, or it may not be only partly true. So it's really interesting, I think, sometimes to kind of examine these assumptions that we have about life. Is my purpose to be productive? Is my purpose to know God? Are those the same thing? How does it change if those are different things? And is my purpose to accumulate wealth? Is my purpose to not accumulate wealth? I mean, is my purpose something different from accumulating wealth? And how does that affect how I spend my time? So, what if you could be phenomenally wealthy, but you chose not to make more than you needed because you wanted your time, your emotions to be free for God, for people, for your purpose, things that weren't directly tied to your income producing activities. How would that change your life?